We want to take this point to talk about children as products. Story is actually the person we're going to speak to. Create an elevator pitch for your product using the 4-step method described. Pay particular attention to question number 2. What problem do you solve? Well, motherhood. What problem do I solve? Story, motherhood. Remember, nobody cares about your product. Story's the product. Because the way that you all view life is if it's not directly associated to you, then it doesn't really matter to you. That's why you go into Story's comment section and you talk nasty things about Story. You think nasty things about Story. She's what, 2? Then you compare your kid to her kid. And then you're like, people care about solving their own problems. Do you? Or do you like living in your problems because it brings more influence? People used to care about solving problems. Now they just like to talk about problems because problems fuel viral content. But in the reality of Americans, we like solving problems. Jordan Peterson is an example of somebody who likes to solve problems. Or are you too involved in influence? Introduce the antagonist early in your presentation, the mother. Always establish the problem before revealing your solution. Well, the problem is that she's taken the kid around the entire globe. She hasn't protected her. She lets her climb up the slide with nobody standing behind her in case she falls back and hits her head. She puts her on the table while she's cooking and acts really strange. And one time she wore a witch's costume and scared the shit out of her. And then she laughed as if it was funny. But it actually showed who she really is. And then she takes her and she turns her upside down like she's a toy when she wants to get more publicity. And then she says, my daughter, constantly, but it doesn't resonate with the audience that that's her daughter. She acts like it's a television show. Why do we need this? We don't need that. Why do you need this? Why do I need Story? Is because she's intelligent. She's fun, she's funny, she's creative, she's goofy, and there's a lot of different things that I really like about her. Even the times where she bugs me because she likes to misbehave sometimes. I don't think she actually likes to misbehave. Maybe she does. Oh, you do? Oh, we got a problem. Ooh, she's gonna have a money problem. Ooh, we're working on that immediately. No, you cannot have that. You already had that. No, no more. That's all I have to do. It's really easy. That's not even something you like. No, you're not getting that. Spend some time. Well, you're not feeling okay? Well, come sit by me. We'll read a story. We'll read Meet Me in the Middle. That's your dad talking. You're not getting it. And then you'll get it for Christmas. Maybe I'll buy it for you for Christmas. And then she'll be excited. Spend some time describing the problem in detail. I don't want spoiled, rotten kids. I don't want you to miss out on education by being with that thing. I don't want you to turn into that thing. I don't like that thing. That thing is evil. She's hideous to look at and scary to look at. And her touch makes my skin cringe. And it's cold, weird, not fun. There's no compatibility. It's like, ew, it's just yucky. And she makes me feel bad. That's what she said. She said that woman makes her feel in pain. She makes her feel painful. So let's see. Facts, figures, and statistics. So now we're going to come up with a statistic in the future of how many kids turned to alcohol and drugs who were childhood influencers. That's the future. Off the charts. And that's because you have withheld me from being able to connect with society, because Mona Van thinks it's more important for her to eat clean. These parents think it's more important for them to brag about how big their house is than to take care of children. They think it's more important to film themselves sleeping with the kid in the bassinet than it is to take care of the kid. They want to set up a camera and then go give the baby a bottle versus connecting with the kid. And then you all act like it's no big deal, but it's a big freaking deal when 1 million people are watching an infant. There's something mentally wrong with all of you, just to let you know, for you to accept that as normal. Even China people don't, in the old days, would think that that's crazy. And they're communists. Early introduction to the enemy versus letting them be kids. That's another concern. That means we're raising kids to be evil or closed down or not living up to their best potential, because villains are making them have anxiety. That's why influence in the early years of what Obama was trying to do, he was training kids to feel anxiety. That's why all that generation is full of anxiety. Because of news media and what they did to Donald Trump, which was an energy frequency that all the youth experienced during his leadership. Because they're weak. And so they turned against him when it was the media that was the actual problem, and they were all on influencer platforms. Little do you know what's actually going on here, you little shits. See, I should be able to say that, and you should have a conversation of how am I behaving that I need to switch. You don't switch just by switching, especially when you've been that evil. Because they never will shift. They will just abuse. They've been wired to be abusers like Mona Van. Think about what it would take for two people to knowingly know to take me to court, watching me cry and scream to the top of my lungs constantly every day for 7 fucking years, and for him to post that shit on his fucking platform. What it takes in the mindset of people to call themselves good people, to where she literally spends her entire existence to post content, to point fingers at me and say, ha ha, look what I have. And that's what he calls a good, humble human being? That's what you call a good, humble human being? While she goes to Super Bowl parties with Michael Rubin? While you all literally stand there and laugh at this shit. You as audience, you look at him and you say, yes, I'll buy your t-shirt. Yes, I'll sign up for your Eat Clean shit. So what would it take in the mindset of a Persian bitch for so much selfishness to abuse someone like you all have abused me? That's the real fucking question. What mindset would it take for Kim Kardashian to abuse me the way that she's abused me? Now that's the question for all of you. And where's my fucking government to protect me from those fucks? Oh wait, we don't actually live in a democracy, or the Constitution is not something that we live by. It's only for the vision of what you want people to imply. So that a Persian whore and all you fucking low-class celebrities who don't even have a middle school education can say DEI equality. So what does that tell you about what's actually going on? We don't live in the United States any longer, folks. I don't know what fucking country this shit is, but this shit has got to fucking stop. And you have no idea how powerful I actually am. Oh, please, Mona Van, you're pathetic. Go take another prostitute photo. You have no idea how powerful I am. I'm just learning from her. Or it.